The next topic that we are going to discuss is a sequence type, say tuple. Tuple in Python is also similar to a list. The difference is lists are changeable, that is they are mutable, whereas tuples are immutable. That is the elements in the tuples once it is assigned could not be changed, whereas the elements in the lists can be changed. So these are the ways with which we create a tuple. So list is represented with the square brackets, whereas tuples are represented with the parentheses. So if we just open and close a parenthesis and assign it to a variable, then an empty tuple is created. This is a tuple with integers, and this is a tuple with strings, and this is a tuple with mixed types, and this is a tuple where we have a nested tuple. A tuple can also have a list as element. As lists, we use indexes to access the elements of the list. It also supports positive indexing as well as negative indexing. The elements in the tuple are accessed with the help of the index operator, say the square bracket. If we access an element index other than that in the tuple, it will say index error. Also, each index should be an integer. In case if we give a float or a string or any other data type, it will result in type errors. Nested tuples are accessed using nested indexes. So in 0th position we have 1, in the 3rd position we have an, and in -1 we have a tuple, another tuple, say 2.5 with elements 2.5 and 3.8, and here this is the 4th element. In this 4th element, the 0th index gives 2.5. Sorry, this is 1 and not 0. So in for 1 we have 3.8. We can also slice a part of the tuple using the slicing operator colon. So if we give the starting position and the ending position, then it will retrieve the elements from the starting position and this ending position -1. So 1 to 4 means 1, it will take the element from 1, and 4 minus 1 will give you 3. So these 3 elements will be retrieved. Likewise in negative indexing also, from -5, -2 -1 will give you -3. So from -5 to -3 these elements are retrieved. If we omit the ending position, then it will start from the starting position and move and retrieve the elements till the end of the tuple. Same thing with the negative indexing. And if we omit the starting position, it takes from the starting of the list and retrieves the elements till this end -1 position. So it means that here it is 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So from this position to the second position, which will retrieve these 3 elements. Same thing with the negative indexing also. Since tuples are immutable, it means that the value assigned in the tuple could not be changed. So we cannot use this replacing operator like this. If I say tuple of 1 is equal to 3, then it will generate this type error. But the element itself is mutable type. In case if a list possesses if a tuple possesses a list as its nested item, then we can change the elements inside this list. This could be done with the index operator and nested indexing. So we have to locate the list. So how to locate it? 0, 1, 2, 3. So in the 3rd position, in that if I want to replace this 2 with 8, then this index is 0. So if I assign like this, the list inside this tuple could be changed. And reassignment is also possible. So first, initially what I have assigned to this tuple is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the list of odd numbers. and if in some course of time if I change it like this, tuple 1 is equal to 2 4 6 8, it is possible. It means that we are going to reassign the values of the list. Next, del. Here when we work with tuples, del takes an entire tuple alone. We cannot remove an individual element in the list. So this del followed by the tuple name deletes the complete tuple. The tuple no longer exists. So if we want to use the deleted tuple, it will generate the name error. Next is the index of function. So index searches an element in the tuple and returns the index. In case if there are more than one item that present in the tuple, then the first occurrence of the element will get printed. So this is the syntax, tuple dot index of that element. So if I give tuple 1 dot index of 8, then 8 is in position 3, so that position will get printed. Count returns the number of occurrences of the element in a tuple. So tuple dot count of an element is the syntax of the count function, and in this tuple I want to count the number of occurrences of 4. So 4 occurs 1, 2 and 3, so 3 times. So the output will be 3. It counts the number of occurrences of 4 in this list and gives the outputs as 3. Plus operator is used to combine two tuples, that is concatenation. So if these are the two tuples and if we create a new tuple like this, tuple 1 plus tuple 2, then the concatenation of this two lists is done and this is assigned to tuple 3, and this is what is the output. And star operator repeats the tuple for the given number of times. So if this is the tuple and if we repeat it for 3 times, then this tuple is repeated 3 times and is assigned to this tuple 4. So this is the newly created tuple 4. We can access the each and every individual using the iterator variable also. So we use the for loop followed by the iterator variable with the member function, and tuple is passed as the sequence value. So as said already in lists, I will iterate over the list of elements in the tuple, and if no more element is present, it will move out of the body of the for loop.